Welcome language learners from all around the globe to Listen Up, the podcast that takes you on a captivating voyage through the English language. Whether you've just started your journey or have been navigating the intricacies of English for some time, this podcast is designed to be your trusty compass, guiding you towards fluency and unlocking the wonders of English. I'm your host, Karen, a passionate traveller and an experienced teacher of English as a second language. Join me as we embark on an exciting expedition filled with British history read by a native speaker. Together, we'll conquer the challenges and celebrate the victories of learning English as a foreign language. Each episode of Listen Up will immerse you in a variety of topics, from aspects of British culture, history, and literature. We'll explore useful vocabulary that will empower you to communicate confidently in English. If you want to read along with the podcast, head to my website www.onepawinthesand.com/ESL. The link is in the description. But this podcast isn't just about learning English in isolation. It's about building a community of language learners, supporting one another, and fostering a love of the English language. I encourage you to engage with us through my Patreon page, where you can connect with fellow learners, ask questions, and share your own language journey. So, whether you're sipping tea in Tokyo, walking the streets in Sao Paulo, or studying in a bustling cafe in Berlin, Listen Up is here to accompany you on your quest for English fluency. Join me as we embark on this transformative expedition, where language becomes an adventure and your dreams of effective communication become a reality. Today's episode is called Mud Madness. Picture this, a crisp summer morning on the quaint English coast. The sun is peeking out from behind the fluffy clouds, and the air is infused with anticipation. In the distance, you see a curious sight. A motley crew of thrill-seekers decked out in bizarre costumes is lined up at the water's edge. What's going on? It's none other than the legendary Maldon Mud Race, a delightful concoction of chaos, camaraderie, and sheer muddied madness. The Maldon Mud Race is a unique event that unfolds in Maldon, Essex, a charming town on the Blackwater estuary. Every year, participants and spectators alike gather on a date in the summer, though winter events have also taken place, to revel in this muddy spectacle. It's an event that defies the ordinary, encapsulating the spirit of British eccentricity and the unquenchable thirst for adventure. So what exactly happens during the Maldon Mud Race? And why is it such a crowd puller? The Maldon Mud Race has a history as rich and murky as the very mud it's celebrated for. It all began in 1974, when a landlord of a local pub decided to spice up the town's annual charity event. The result? A daring dash through the tidal mud of the Blackwater estuary, all in the name of fundraising. Since its humble beginnings, the race has morphed into a spectacle of epic proportions. As the tide recedes, it leaves behind vast expanses of squelching mudflats, forming the treacherous course. This isn't your ordinary fun run. It's a run through quicksand-like mud that will suck your shoes right off your feet if you're not careful. The essence of the Maldon Mud Race is beautifully captured in its motto, Inherit the Mud. Participants, also known as mudlarks, don outlandish costumes, transforming themselves into anything from pirates and superheroes to TV characters. The only rule, no wetsuits allowed. You've got to face the mud head on. As the starting horn blares, the mudlarks dash across the quagmire, slipping, sliding, and often getting stuck in the thick mud. Laughter echoes across the mudflats as they grapple with the challenge. It's a mix of hilarity, endurance, and plain old fun. The record for crossing the 500-metre expanse is 222 seconds. The Maldon Mud Race isn't just about giggles and good times. It's a noble endeavour that raises money for local charities. Over the years, it has contributed significantly to various causes, making it a heartwarming demonstration of community spirit. The event is a grand spectacle for spectators too. Families, friends, and curious onlookers line the shores, cheering on the mudlarks. The atmosphere is electric, and the mudlarks receive a hero's welcome as they battle the mire to reach the finish line. The Maldon Mud Race is a glorious mess that encapsulates the quirky and endearing character of the English people. It's an ode to the untamed human spirit that longs for adventure, even if it means getting filthy from head to toe. So if you find yourself in Maldon in summer, don't shy away from the mud. Embrace it, inherit it, and dive headfirst into the Maldon Mud Race. It's an experience you won't soon forget. A day of splatters, smiles, and an unforgettable splash of good-natured madness. And that wraps up another episode of Listen Up. I hope you enjoyed learning about my topic today and practicing your English. Remember, the exploration doesn't have to end here. If you have any lingering questions or want to continue the conversation, I've got some great opportunities for you. First off, I offer private lessons for those of you eager to expand your knowledge further, whether it's practicing today's subject or exploring other topics. I'm here to guide you on your English journey. Reach out to me through my website or social media platforms, and let's embark on a personalised learning experience together. I have been involved with training people for more than 10 years. I've been teaching English as a second language for over a year, in which time I have taught over 500 students, many of whom are regulars. But wait, there's more! If you're a devoted fan of Listen Up and want to show your support, consider joining our Patreon community. Your contribution directly helps us bring you more episodes and maintain the quality of our show. Your support truly means the world to me, and we couldn't continue this podcast without you. So whether you choose private lessons or Patreon, or both, I look forward to staying connected and exploring the fascinating realms of English as a second language together. Thank you once again for joining us on Listen Up. Until next time, keep practicing.